So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Dean the Vaping Biker and back with another vlog. This is going to be a quick one today, and it's going to be quick for a couple of reasons. One, I'm trying something different out from a camera point of view. And two, there's not really a whole hill of beans that have been happening since my last kind of product kind of show thing on Monday, last Monday. So there's not a massive amount to tell you. So what there is just a few bits and pieces, really, more sort of channel related stuff. If you're someone that watches my Instagram and Facebook and all that sort of good stuff, you'll have seen that I got a whole new lighting rig. I've not actually got it up in here because I am going to be moving all of this room into a spare room next door to this one. That's a lot bigger. So hopefully that's going to allow me to not only get my lighting right, but it's also going to allow me to really kind of make a positive difference to the way a lot of the things are presented. Part of what I'm going to be doing is going for an increase in camera as well. So my old Lumix FZ72, that's up for sale at the moment, and I may have to sell off a couple of mods, still for cheaper than retail, but review products just so I can fund the camera, so it is still channel related. We'll have to see what goes on with that one, or I need a Canon G17X Mark II that wants to swap vape gear for it. I don't rate my chances. Anyway, what's been going on? Been keeping super busy, to be honest. Super busy. And I'm really hoping this is coming out right because I can't actually see what I'm recording. Apologies for the hat. Apologies for the hat, but still not had a haircut, so there you go. Yeah, been really busy, and this weekend that's just gone, I didn't manage to get a vlog out yesterday because I took a friend of mine to the hospital and spent a large portion of the day there. So that meant that everything was a bit of a nightmare, and then the rain was that hard yesterday afternoon that you couldn't even, it was coming towards the window and you couldn't really hear what was going on. So I wouldn't have been able to record anyway. So English summertime, yay. What else? What else has been happening? Now then, there's not been as many videos as I would like this week, without a doubt, without a doubt. And when I say busy, it's generally been kind of like, you know, home life, normal regular stuff, you know, which has just been all consuming, so I've not managed to get away and record half the videos that I wanted to, unfortunately, so I do apologize for that. Now we did get the JWell Supra review up. I know that, and that was a little corker. I really do enjoy that. I think it's a good little mod. It's got some, does have some interesting styling. It is kind of a little bit sensitive on the old DJB flip, up and down buttons, like I said in the review. But on the whole, it's a nice little mod. Whether it's worth the money or not is going to be very relevant to whether you think this styling works for you. I think it looks quite swish. I think it looks... does it make any sense if I say it's kind of like a businessy sort of thing? Does that make any sense? That's the sort of vibe that I got from this anyway. Now, everything else that... I'm just bringing up my YouTube now so I can say... You'd think that I'd have all this under control, really, wouldn't you? If this is my first vlog that you've seen, this happens a lot. Preparation, Dean. That's what it's all about, my friend. That's not even that. Oh, that's not the right account. That's not the right account. I've been watching a lot of like normal vloggers. Oh, this camera's very wobbly. I've been watching a lot of normal vloggers recently, and there's a couple that I really like, and there's not really any point in discussing it with you guys, I imagine, because I'm pretty sure that that you don't care. But there's some really good ones floating around at the moment. I have actually been thinking about kind of bringing you on board a little bit and showing you a few more things for life. But I think that'll probably be something for another channel. Oh, one of the things I did do with the lighting rig that I've got now, which I might put a picture up in that corner, if I remember. The lighting rig that's up, I set it all up in my living room when it arrived to make sure that nothing was broken, and it's big. Oh, it's big. But what I did do is I sort of put a camera down and recorded myself, because I'm a bloke with flat pack, And so with any flat pack furniture, I'll just try and throw it together, and then I'll resort to the instructions if I really have to. This kind of did make me have to, like, one bit of it, there's a light table thing that made me resort that far. But yeah, so I've recorded a bunch of that, and I think all in all it's over half an hour. So if I can speed it up to make it all kind of like 2 minutes or something, or cut some pieces out of it, then I might include that in a sort of the transfer of rooms, if that makes sense. Going from this room to the room next door, so I can give you an idea about where I'm filming my stuff. Because if anyone does ever come over to my house that watches the videos, they're always surprised about how tiny this little room is, and it really is tiny as you like. So yeah, now, since the last vlog, we also did the stealth kit from Tesla, which I really do like. That is a really quality and really well priced piece of kit. Really happy with that. Now, Tesla are doing one with a board in it as well, and it looks a little bit taller. It looks more like the Smoant Knight sort of size. So if it's that kind of size, it's going to be interesting. I don't know if they're going to send me one or not, but it's an interesting little thing anyway. And then on the first looks, we did the M-Vapes box, which was this walnut affair, which I am got this. Did I tell you about this? This is a bit posh. The M-Vapes box, which I'm loving very much indeed. It's walnut. It's got the hopefully that'll focus because it's a thing. It's got the mod meter in it. Matt's put that in there. It's an OKL board, and it is working like a little trooper. Now, eagle-eyed people amongst you will see that that is set to 0 because it will work on a minimum required voltage. And yeah, I am rocking the No Pity from No Name Mods, which is quite a posh RDA for me, I've got to say. And it's also changing the old vaping style a wee bit, because this one is a very restricted lung hit when it's fully open, or you do have plenty of options for a mouth to lung, and it's a beast, it really is. Got a couple of tiny little coils in here. Now, I believe there is a cloud cap on the way. A friend of mine is sending me a cloud cap for this as well. So I'm not going to hold fire on the review on that until I've got the cloud cap as well. So that might be a little while. But I've been rocking this since, if I didn't get it Monday and I didn't include it in my last kind of product vlog, if you like, then it must have arrived Tuesday or something like that. But it's a beast. It really is. And the flavour on it is immense. Really fucking well made as well. But it's not cheap. More to come on that one as I get more stuff to do with it. So what else has been going on? The Coolfire 4 18650. This has been getting road tested hard. And I've got to say, battery life on it appears to be absolutely shocking. Now, I got 2 of these. Now, ordinarily, one of these goes straight into the raffle box, and one of them gets road tested and then reviewed. However, I wanted to see whether it was just me that was having issues with the battery life on this, so I gave it to the wife. And the wife generally vapes a Conqueror at about 40 watts and will rock that all day. 3 batteries at least a day she's going through on this one, not in temp control or anything else. Now, in temp control at 500 degrees Fahrenheit with the maximum wattage, so you're not going to expect very clever battery life on this, but it lasts 1 3/4 to 2 tankfuls of juice in the Moonshot 24, which does seem awfully sharp. It does seem like it burns out quite quickly. So yeah, I need to do a little bit more. I really wanted to get this going because I've had these for a while. But yeah, excuse me, Wendy Pops. It's just very confusing. It's very confusing. I've still not changed the what's it called? Coil on the cup tea yet, and I do intend to do that today so we can get that in the queue. I do try and have a whole bunch of things running at the same time, because otherwise there's no way that I could, if I just vaped on one thing solidly for the 2 weeks prior to a review, then it would just be such a build up of stuff. It would be a nightmare. So for instance, at the moment I'm vaping on this, as we looked at a minute ago. I'm vaping on the not that I am vaping on the Trick Tank from VGod on top of the Minikin, which still seems a bit strange on the old temp control side of things, but I have had some feedback from them on that. Just as a daily kind of throw it about setup, the Nano from Tesla with the Inikin iSub V tank on it, this has been a little corker. It really has been super. I think it's the tits. I really do like that. So that's been my kind of pickup when I'm not really thinking what I'm doing mod. Although these are, I'm using all of these daily. We've got the Mutation X V5, which hopefully is going to be up today, and obviously we've had the Troll as well, which I've been using on the Squonk Box. So that's what I've been kind of really pushing through to get reviews out for you guys, and all of those bits of kit, yeah, all of them have been used to fuck. They really have. Did my phone just beep? Oh, sorry about that. So hopefully that'll all be good and gravy. So we'll see what happens with that. I was going to take the phone out of the thing because I'm using my phone. What else? No, that's it for those. Oh, I have got the Anzu still as well, but that's on my thing. I really want to get these reviews out. So today I'm going to get the Mutation XV5 out, and I may try and get another one out today as well. But I do want to try and pre-record one or two so I can set them to release on Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that, because it's going to take a couple of days for me to move all of this gear and get everything set up in the other room. So I'm really hoping I can do it in a couple of days rather than kind of, you know, the rest of the week. But I do want to sort of arrange for some content to come out later in the week as well. So I'm going to try and see how much I can knuckle down and get recorded today. But all that being said, I don't think there's a great deal else for me to tell you. There's been a whole hoo-ha with Sigeli and another reviewer. That is, yeah, I mean, depending on where you fall on that, if you're anything aware of it, I still think Sigeli have royally screwed up by still pushing the 213, but saying that, well, the temp control doesn't work, and we've done the Fukai 213, which is less money. It's kind of half the price, and same styling, same board, but just working with some different stuff. And so I don't really get how they can then push the original one still. Does that make sense? So yeah, regardless of what else has been going on with Sigeli recently, that just seems a bit weird. What else? Let's have a look. What have I watched? Obviously, Todd has been away for the weekend, so he did a vlog last night. Vaping V1CK. He had a vlog out yesterday. Watched that. Own boy Josh, been watching a bit of him. I Get You 69, watched his Griffin review. It's been a whole bunch of things. Now, do I tell you what my guilty pleasure is when it comes to watching vloggers? Kind of feel bad about it, but I shouldn't. But it's a woman called Grace Helbig. Anyway, and she's just she addicted. Don't know why. But yeah, it's a funny old thing. It is a funny old thing. But I've been watching a lot of that because I was thinking, if I watch some different genres, you know how to get better at what you do, you should look at other areas, not necessarily in the same genre, but other things, other genres doing the same thing that you're doing. So I was kind of looking around and looking for tips from vloggers, camera tips, lighting tips, all that sort of stuff, as well as watching some photography things to try and get ideas about how I can make this channel better for you guys. And yeah, for some reason I've just been totally stuck on watching her videos, which are, they're very American, but they tickle me. Not going to be for everyone's taste, but they tickle me. Right, is there anything else? I've still got a did I say I've got a drip tip for the Limitless RDTA. Now I've been sent a drip tip to road test, so I'm going to be putting, it's made of Delrin, I'm going to be putting some some big old coils in here and having a little play and see what happens. But it's Delrin, and it includes the AFC as well, so that's going to be pretty interesting to understand, or to make sure that their Delrin sort of keeps up with the heat and all that sort of good stuff. And I'm looking forward to getting a bit of a go on that, because it is a little bit taller than this, so you don't have to put that silly extension in, and you can still have a kind of more a comfortable vape, if that makes sense. So yes, I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to keep it quick, and like I said, the reason being I'm using the phone, doing 60 frames per second in full HD gloriousness to record the video, and I'm still recording my audio on the normal microphone setup, but this is going to give me an idea about the time frame it takes to upload something in this kind of format, and also for the editing and all that sort of stuff. Well, I mean, you know, I don't really do any editing as such, but you know, just piecing things together, the rendering, and then getting it up and onto YouTube. So it gives me a strong idea about that, and that's going to help me in my choice of camera. Although I'm pretty much set on the Canon, I think, so we'll see how we get on with that. But yeah, so I'm going to have a few bits and bobs that I need to sort out so I can finance all that business, and yeah, we'll get there soon. We will get there soon. Sold the wife's shadow. Oh, I did take a little bit of video of kind of me going into the, just when we took the wife's shadow out of the bike out of the garage. I thought, I know, I'll do a little bit of a recording so I can show you guys what's in the garage and all that sort of stuff. But I don't actually think you can see anything because everything is still in boxes and all that sort of shit. So we'll see if anything comes of that. I might put something up here while I'm talking, or I might include a bit of video at the end. I don't know. Haven't really thought it through. I know, it's a shocker. Didn't think something through. Never. Right. Little spoiler on the Mutation X tank. I put some big old coils in it. Oh, I put a whole bunch of big old coils in it, really. But I put some big old coils in it. Then I put a big 4mm. Did I just spit that? A big 4mm ID fused Clapton in there. And then I took that out, and I tried a couple of other different types of coils, and then I put a fused Clapton back in again, because it's fucking huge. I don't know if you can see that, but this is nasty. This juice that I've been using hasn't been too clever, but this it goes like an absolute trooper. It really does. I mean, a single coil, granted, but it's fucking ace. Hold on. Look at that bad boy. Yes, very much fun. Very much fun. And the trick tank is still, funnily enough, not being too bad. Still crazy. Can you see through all this vape? It's still crazy marketing on it and all that sort of stuff. But actually, as a tank, it's not too bad. So that's it. I'm going to keep it there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Dean the Vaping Biker. This has been a bit of a day late vlog. I hope it's been interesting in some way, and I really hope that I can put this together and it looks half decent when I upload it. But we'll see what goes on. Right, thanks very much for watching, and let's use the little I sub V on the Nano to sign out with. Make sure you all go out there and have it large!
It's come to an end. I feel an obligation to start again.